So this is Justine Reese talking about how I ended up going to Kenya with an initiative of couldYou.org. So my name's Justine Reese. I'm a vocal empowerment coach, a voiceover artist. I narrate books. I have done commercials with my voice for 2 decades or more, and I've taught and coached other people how to use their voices with more feeling, empowerment. And more recently, I really love coaching women to reclaim their voices. A lot of women come to me and say, I'm trying to find my voice. And I say, you've never lost your voice. You have always had it. You just need to maybe reclaim it. So that's been a theory of mine for a while. And it seems to really resonate. And a year ago, I got to go to Tanzania, and I brought reusable menstrual pads and worked with a nonprofit there called the Nguzu Women and Youth Foundation. And we went into schools, and I became aware of this very widespread problem of girls dropping out of school just because they get their menstrual cycle every month, and they don't have proper hygiene, and often they never go back to school.
It takes courage when you feel fear to do it anyway. So I want you to say this. I'm afraid, but I'm doing it anyway.
Something like 11% go to secondary school and only 1% go to college. So the reusable pads seemed like a great solution, and we were bringing them into schools, sometimes primary education. We showed little boys how to put pads in underwear, so that it was erasing the stigmatism for those girls. And when I had the opportunity to come back to Africa, particularly go to Kenya, I knew I wanted to continue this initiative of ending period poverty and giving more menstrual equity. Quite surprising, a lot of people don't know what period poverty is. And it is the problem I just named. But what I found out in Kenya is it goes even further, because so many girls are actually being approached to sleep with men for money simply so they can buy menstrual pads.
Now you can get pregnant, you drop out of school.
But why do they get pregnant? Do boys come and say, I'm going to give you money for pads?
Yeah.
Yes. And some girls, out of fear, they don't know what else to do, so they do that?
Yeah.
Do you have any friends that have done that?
Yes.
And what happened?
Now they drop out of school like
They got diseases like UTIs.
They got UTIs and they're not healthy. Did you know the cup can actually help you stay safer, not just not have sex, but stay cleaner?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But of course, this is a defeatist situation because it's killing the girls' self-esteem, and often they end up pregnant. And I actually interviewed and met a young woman by the name of Agnes in a slum outside of Nairobi who this happened to, and she ended up pregnant. And she was about in tears when I explained that we had something that could change this forever for these girls.
I myself have a 1-year kid whom I got out of lack of pads. Yeah.
And because that happened to you?
Yeah, that just happened. So, I would say I'm a witness.
You're not only a witness, you experienced it.
I experienced it myself.
So I want you to know that just because that happened, you can be a voice. You're telling me about it. I'm going to do something about it. So your voice has power.
Thank you.
Yeah. That means a lot to me.
No more stressing out about pads because a couldYou menstrual cup costs $10 and can last for 7 to 10 years. They've done the research. We have trainers in country, and it is so important to me to keep this initiative going. And my understanding is that there's a lot of support around it, and there's still some fear, but we got to go into places like the Moise School for Girls and speak with their principal and get right to the heart of some of the questions. And we were able to answer them, such as, is a girl still a virgin if she uses a menstrual cup? Yes, she is. We had a doctor with us to even verify that, and there's doctors in country that can verify that she is not going to break the hymen with this product, But they do need training on how to use it. But it's a game changer, and that is what Auntie Maggie from the Moist School for Girls actually said.
Actually, it is a game changer.
It is a say it again. Look at the camera. It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
So we at couldYou.org, I feel like I'm an ambassador for you now. We are going to be gifting the school, and then some of our trainers will come, and we can organize with you. We can how you want to get the education out there. What does that sound good?
Wow.
We're gonna go to.
I can tell you that.
It's a game changer because even at schools like that probably have more means, still are spending a lot of money on menstrual products. And let's also consider the waste issue. So we've got a sustainable solution that costs infinitely less money, can keep the girls safe, can keep the girls empowered, because they don't have to worry every month. What am I going to do next month? Okay, I got through this month. Now what? And next month comes around and their supplier, in some of these slums, I spoke with a woman who cooks all the food, and she is supplying through donations only pads, and the girls come banging on her door. And what does she do when she doesn't have any more for the girls? So now they're back to their means. They're using leaves, using whatever they can find. This cup solves that. So a donation of $100 can change 10 girls' lives. And yeah, we don't want to just hand out the cups. So couldYou.org has trainers in place. Christine here in America is the founder of couldYou.org, and it's a game-changing platform, and we really are excited to try and get more support, more funding. There's even some initiatives potentially at schools like Nairobi University that could add the $10 to the girls' tuition, and if they can't afford it, they can borrow it until they can pay it back, and then through donations, that is what can be covered.
So, had you ever heard of a girl ever being bribed by boys to get money so she can buy pads?
Yes, especially in our districts there. Some of them are exploited by those border riders so that they can get the pads because of the poor statement that they have because of the poverty in their home.
So please give to this organization. You are empowering girls really globally. This is a problem in so many countries, but we are focused on Kenya, and I saw it firsthand how these girls were excited about the possibility of getting these cups. So let's continue to support and know that couldYou.org could expand impactful work here in Kenya and beyond. So we're excited, and we want you to get the movement too, because when you empower a young girl from within, she can have a voice, she can build her confidence, she can give back to the economy. Think if that 1% turns to 75%, 80%, 90%, those girls going to college and becoming educated and giving back to the economy and having choice and not having to succumb to a man who's trying to take advantage of her, which is, a horrific crime that's never going to be even known about because it's accepted. So let's make global change with couldYou.org. I am so honored to have been a catalyst, an ambassador for this movement, and I will continue to fight for these women, because it's not just the young women, because those young women are going to turn into mature women, and they're going to give back to society in the form of numerous types of employment, with touring, education, becoming doctors. I've spoken to these women. That's what they want. That's what they desire, and they deserve to be able to achieve that. Thanks for listening. Everyone should have a voice, because people may not remember what you said. People may not remember what you did, but people will always remember the way you made them feel. And that is a quote by Maya Angelou.